All right, everyone, we are back. What is going on, baseball fans? How are we doing? Let's try this again. I have no idea what happened in that first attempt. Everything just shut off for me. But we are back. Let's try this again. Round 2. What is going on? How are we doing? Welcome back. So let's get to it. But yes, let's start off here. Okay, let's make sure we got looks like we're starting to get some people come back in. We're back up to 16 now. We were up to 30 but when the first stream died off, so that was really disappointing. If you are coming back from that, thank you so much for coming back. But yeah, I don't know what happened because everything was running smooth, and then all of a sudden Streamlabs just shut off. Like it just closed. It just shut down. I thought my computer was about to do like an update or something. But no, it just completely closed. So, I don't know. I noticed YouTube itself, when I was setting up the new stream, I noticed it was being a little slow. So, I don't know if something with YouTube kind of just happened. I don't know. But then again, it was weird that Streamlabs on my computer just shut down too. So, but all right, but we're back. I think we're good. I think everything's good. All right. So, let's start off. Let's talk about the Marlins and Cubs game. So as I was saying in the stream before that shut down and everything just messed up, we were talking about the pitching matchup for today. Sixto Sanchez against Yu Darvish. This was supposed to be Pablo Lopez. I could have sworn I saw Pablo Lopez starting game 2, at least yesterday before the game got rained out. So I don't know if they did an audible. I could be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I could have sworn I saw Pablo Lopez. But I think this is a really fun pitching matchup. Yu Darvish, Cy Young candidate, going up against a future Cy Young candidate in Sixto Sanchez. I mean, to me, this is great strategy from the Marlins. You won game 1 with Sandy Alcantara. You're going up against the Cubs' best pitcher in game 2 with Yu Darvish. I think it's smart of them to hang on to Pablo Lopez for a game 3 because you know what? Yu Darvish, he could be dealing, so I think it's kind of smart, but you're still throwing out a really talented guy out there who the Cubs haven't really seen. So, I mean, no one outside of the East Division this year has seen Sixto Sanchez. So this could end up being a great strategy for the Marlins, in all honesty. So if they can just get, put together a couple of hits against Darvish, which could be hard, granted how good he's done this year. But there's also, the fact, too, that he has not done very well in the postseason. So here, I'm going to share my screen. But yeah, a 5.81 ERA in 6 career postseason games. But he has done extremely well this year for the Cubs. So I think this could end up being a really good pitching duel. I would love to see it. So Sixto Sanchez, it's his rookie year. He's had some ups and downs this year, but overall, I mean, he's been pretty good. If we go take a look at how he's done this year, overall 3-2 in 7 starts, a 3.46 ERA, 39 innings pitched. I would like to see the FIP from Sixto Sanchez. Let's go to Fangraphs. So Sixto. So yeah, FIP is right on line with the ERA. So pretty much what you're seeing there is kind of what you're seeing. Tends to give up, a few fly balls a little bit. The xFIP is higher. So, but he has been able to keep the home run ball down. The walks are pretty good. Sixto Sanchez, man, he's got a really bright future. So, we could end up seeing, or getting a treat today. This is a really good matchup for baseball fans. Like I said, a possible future Cy Young against a possible Cy Young this year. So I am very excited for this. So if we're taking a look at the lineups today, Corey Dickerson, John Birdie, Jesus Aguilar, Brian Anderson, Garrett Cooper, Mac Joyce, Miguel Rojas, Magneuris Sierra, Chad Wallach for the Marlins. Going for the Cubs, Ian Happ, Anthony Rizzo, Wilson Contreras, Kyle Schwarber, Chris Bryant, Jason Hayward, Javier Baez, David Boat, and Victor Caratini. So Interesting. They're going with the Victor Caratini there. I think he has caught Yu Darvish more, so they're going to have Contreras DHing today. So it's been kind of this thing this year with the Cubs. Not a great offense this year. They have the names. They have these good names in the lineup that should be performing better than they are. And overall, I mean, they haven't really they haven't really done what they can. So the Cubs this year have been a little disappointing. If we take a look at the leaderboards for 2020, if we take a look at just where they're at offensively as a team, if we just take a look at total runs, I mean, the Cubs this year, they ranked 20th. Not a very good offense from the Cubs this year. I mean, pretty low in the WRC plus. I don't think they ranked very high there either. 21st in WRC plus. And then offensive average right here, I mean, they're pretty low there too, ranking 22nd. So the Cubs, they don't have a great offense. And I think with the Marlins, they're in the driver's seat right now because, like I said, well, they are in the driver's seat because they have a game one. They won game one, so they have a 1-0 advantage. But right now, they can throw someone out there like Sixto Sanchez, who the Cubs have not seen. He's talented. He's got good stuff. Sixto Sanchez is a really fun pitcher to watch. And, I mean, they could end up going both ways. You got a rookie starting a postseason game. I mean, the Cubs, maybe they take advantage of that. Or it could go the other way around as well, where the Cubs have never seen this guy before and they don't even know what to do with him. So, it's always fun with these rookie pitchers because, the scouting reports can be a little hard. I mean, they got a glimpse of him this year, but it makes me wonder. I wonder how Sixto is going to attack the Cubs today. That's going to be fun. So I actually want to take a look at Sixto Sanchez in Baseball Savant. Let's take a look at how his advanced stuff is looking this year. Let's just kind of get a look at what Sixto Sanchez is all about. So, I mean, right now, he's in the top half in exit velocity. He does rank in the bottom half in hard hit percentage, but the xWOB is really good. The xERA is good. I mean, he does rank pretty well in barrel percentage. He's in the top 30%. He's got a hard fastball. He averages 98 miles an hour, so that's really good. Not really much spin rate. I mean, he doesn't have much life on that ball. He's in the bottom half percentage-wise with his spin rate on the curveball. But if you take a look, he's got a good mix of pitches here. He actually throws his changeup the most this year at least. He has thrown his changeup over a quarter of the time. So this is a guy that can throw hard, but he really relies on his secondary pitches. So he breaks out this fastball when he has to, which to me, that's really smart because he doesn't have much spin rate on that fastball. So, I mean, Joe Kelly's kind of the same way. If you notice, like Joe Kelly, this guy when you look at how hard Joe Kelly throws, he tends to get hit a lot. And you're thinking, like, how is this guy getting hit a lot? He throws like 100 miles an hour. But the thing with Joe Kelly is that hitters can kind of pick up on that pitch a little with him because there's not much spin on it. There's not much life on it. It's weird because it kind of looks like it does, but it doesn't. When you look at how the spin rate ranks for Joe Kelly, that's why hitters can see the ball a little better with him. And same thing here with Sixto Sanchez. Not very good on the spin rate. But where he makes up for it is he throws his changeup well. He throws his sinker a lot. He's got a slider there. He's got a curve. So it's, Sixto Sanchez, he's a good pitcher. And if you take a look at kind of how his pitches movement-wise rank against others, his changeup ranks really well in horizontal movement. So, I mean, it definitely kind of fades away more, I would say. And then with the curveball, it's not that great. But if you look at how often he throws his curveball, he throws it the least. So he doesn't really have a great curveball. So that's something he's probably going to have to work on in the future. But that sinker is really good. If you take a look, he throws his sinker he throws the changeup a little bit more, but he's got a good changeup. It's a fading changeup. It goes more horizontal. So instead of vertical, but then with the sinker, he's got that vertical movement on the sinker. And that's what makes Sixto Sanchez so good, is that he has a changeup that can fade away. He's got a sinker that can go down. He's got a fastball that he throws hard. Sixto Sanchez, I'm telling you, is the real deal. So Shadows, what are we doing? We are taking a look at Sixto Sanchez right now because he is pitching for the Marlins today, and he's going up against Yu Darvish. So, but let's go ahead, since we're kind of looking at these numbers right here with Sixto Sanchez, let's take a look at Yu Darvish, and let's see why he has been so successful this year. I'm sure these numbers are going to look pretty good, as I thought. So, with Yu Darvish, it's pretty funny with Yu Darvish. The exit velocity, when he does get hit, he tends to kind of give up more velocity. But he does rank in the top half in hard hit ball percentage. Very good with the xWOBA, very good with the xERA. So he gets the numbers. Fastball velocity is very interesting. He averages around 96 miles an hour, but overall, like average wise, with the league, with the rankings, he kind of ranks near the bottom. But he's got good spin rate on that fastball. His fastball is hard to pick up. Great spin rate on the curveball. So what makes Yu Darvish so good? I mean, he's got a ton of pitches. He's got a cutter. He's got a slider. He's got the four-seamer. I mean, if you take a look, he throws his cutter way more often than he throws his fastball. He's got a curve. He's got a sinker. He's got a split. Yu Darvish has like 100 pitches. So if we take a look at kind of how he ranks this year, so he's getting good action with the cutter. He ranks near the top movement-wise, horizontal. Curveball, definitely an effective pitch for him. If you take a look here, it's in the red. So anytime, if you're on Baseball Savant if you ever see that these pictures are in the red, that's good. The darker the red, the higher percentage-wise you are. So right now, if you take a look at this slider, his slider is one of the best in the game. He's averaging 7.4 more inches than the next person. So he averages about 15 about 15 inches of break. So he averages about 7.4 more inches than all the other pitchers. So, four-seamer, he's got movement on that four-seamer too. And that's because of the life that he has on it. He's got a lot of spin on that fastball, so it ends up kind of moving up a little bit. So, Yu Darvish, man, this is going to be a really fun matchup today. Yu Darvish and Sixto Sanchez. I really think Sixto Sanchez is a guy to really keep an eye on today. I mean, I think that it's going to be really interesting to see how that goes today. Where, like I said, you got a potential future Cy Young candidate against a Cy Young candidate. Oh, it looks like we got a super chat. Bengineer, what is going on? How we doing? Thank you for the $2 super chat. What's popping? Hey, man, another day, man. I'm not at work right now, which is amazing. I'm going to a wedding soon. That's why I'm not at work today. So, I got to leave here in about an hour, so I'll probably be wrapping up here pretty shortly today. I still got to iron out all my clothes and whatnot. I got to take a quick shower before I get out of here. But, I'll tell you, it's a great feeling, man, not going to work today, and we're doing a stream right now to talk some baseball. I mean, what a great feeling. I can't lie. It's a good feeling. But let's go take a look now. So, again, at the lineups, this Marlins lineup, they don't rank really well offensively, but with the Marlins, I just like that they got some guys that can just make some things happen. And with the Cubs, it's going to be interesting to see how this Cubs offense responds today. They have not been hitting well this year, especially lately. That offense just looks dead. They've really relied on the pitching. They've had to really rely on some guys in the bullpen stepping up. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see how this goes today. And but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put money on it. I think you got to go Yu Darvish. I think you have to. I think you got to go Yu Darvish with the Cubs. It's interesting, though, because like I said, he has not had a good career in the postseason. Similar to Clayton Kershaw. He just can't really seem to pitch well when it comes to the postseason. So this is interesting today. If I'm going to put money on it, I think I'm going to go with the Cubs. I think I go with the Cubs tying it up today. I think you can't. It's hard to bet against Darvish, but I'm telling you, if you're picking the Marlins too, I think the Marlins, man, they could definitely. This is close, man. I think this is going to be a really good game today. So it could go either way. It could go Sanchez gets pounded by the Cubs. The Cubs offense comes alive a little bit, or Sanchez ends up being just the weapon in their pocket. You know what I mean? Like, and then they don't even. Could you imagine
I'm just going to say this right now. Could you imagine if the Marlins win this series and they didn't even use Pablo Lopez? How crazy would that be? They wouldn't even use their best pitcher. So, but I think that's a good strategy from Don Mattingly. I think that's a really good move. Keep Pablo Lopez for a game 3. Because you know what? I think Sixto Sanchez, like I was saying earlier, the Cubs have never seen him before. They've never gone up against him before. So I think that's a good move. I think this is smart. I think this is very smart on the Marlins. And it's not like Sixto Sanchez has been like a bum this year. He's done really well this year. If he was a bum this year, then it's like, well, and yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea. So I think this is awesome. I think this is going to be a really fun matchup. So let's take a look at the other game going on tonight. We have the Padres and the Cardinals. You know what? Actually, before I get to that, let's go over. I didn't stay up for the Brewers Dodgers last night. So as I expected, I think as most people expected, I think everyone on the planet expected the Dodgers to move on in this series. The Brewers offense just horrible. They got some good pitching, but they had Corbin Burns. He went down with an oblique injury. They had Brandon Woodruff. He just couldn't get it done there. But Kershaw, he pitched a gem. There's not really much to say about this. The Dodgers, they had Austin Barnes and Mookie Betts give all the offense that they needed. Mookie Betts continues to be an MVP kind of a player for the Dodgers. This is why they brought Mookie Betts over to LA to help them in the postseason. And that's what Mookie Betts is doing. He helped him out in game 1, helps him out here in game 2. But if we take a look here at the box score, Kershaw, what a game from Kershaw. What a game. This could be, I think, his best postseason start. 8 innings, 13 strikeouts. How many pitches? He threw 93 pitches. He could have gone a complete game here, but at this point, it's like, you know what? And they brought in Gratterall for the save. I'm telling you, the future closer of the Dodgers right here, Brusdar Gratterall. I think it's funny that they brought in Gratterall, but he only gave up the hit. He looked really good. But Brandon Woodruff, he couldn't even get out of the 5th inning. I think he got ejected at one point. So yeah, he got ejected in the 5th. So I think they were arguing over strikes. So, but yeah, tough year for the Brewers. I mean, that offense was just not clicking. What can you do? Yelich, he just couldn't get anything going this year. So, Brewers, I think they'll be a fun team for next year. I could definitely see the Brewers definitely improving next year. They just had a slumping year. They just slumped all year. So, but as I expected, as everyone expected, the Dodgers move on. But last night's game was absolutely insane. Let's just go look at the box score from last night. Let's kind of do a quick recap. I did stream most of this game. I think I came on in the 5th inning, I believe. But I started streaming at the right time last night because this game started going off in the 6th inning. So St. Louis, they got out to a 6-2 lead. Well, St. Louis was out to a 4-0 lead. Padres started to chip away. St. Louis came back again in the 6th. They had a 6-2 lead, and then all hell was breaking loose in this after that. After that, 6th inning here, Fernando Tatis Jr. hit the 3-run homer, flipped the bat. Manny Machado, actually, did he flip the bat in the first one? I don't know. I don't think he flipped the bat in the first one. But then Manny Machado, right after him, line drive home run. That tied it up. Will Myers, he came up in the next inning, hit a home run. Then Fernando Tatis Jr. hit a 2-run bomb. I think that's where he had the bat flip. I think that was the bat flip. But then the Cardinals, I was saying yesterday in that stream, while the Cardinals were up 6-2, don't sleep on the Cardinals because it's a decent team. They're not going to really blow you away in any, part of the game. They're not going to really blow you away with pitching. They're not going to blow you away with offense or the bullpen. They're just pretty good in all departments. But last night, their offense came to play, but the pitching just didn't show up. So the bullpen really blew that yesterday. But the Cardinals, they were really starting to make it something there. But the Will Myers, I think the play of the game last night was the Will Myers home run in the bottom of the 8th. That was the insurance that they needed because Paul Goldschmidt came up. He came up in the top of the 9th and he homered. Without that Will Myers home run, the Cardinals would have tied the game. So Will Myers, to me, I understand. Fernando Tatis Jr. He kind of has his face all over the place. with the bat flip and everything, everyone's talking Fernando Tatis Jr., which I'm not discrediting him at all. I would say he's the MVP of the game, but I would say the biggest play of the game was Will Myers' home run. So that's a bit. Will Myers, to me, I mean, he put them ahead in the 7th, and then he gave them insurance in the 8th. So to me, yeah, Fernando Tatis Jr., definitely give him all the credit, but please give some credit to Will Myers and definitely some credit to Manny Machado as well. So, but absolutely, man, what a game this was. What a game this was. It was fantastic. I'd say the Indians-Yankees from the other night, where I stayed up till what felt like 4 a.m, that was probably the game of the postseason so far. And, but this was right behind it in excitement. I was just bouncing around in my seat last night watching all these home runs. This is what we live for as baseball fans, right? But if we go on to game 3, let's go to game 3. So the Cardinals, they got their guy. Jack Flaherty, he hasn't really had the year that he's really wanted, but he has turned it around in the last few starts. So they're saving him now for game 3. So it's going to be interesting to see who the Padres throw out there. Who did the Padres start? I'm going blank. Who did they start yesterday? Was it Davies? I think it was Davies, right? Yeah, they started Davies. He couldn't even make it out of the 2nd. So that's just a tough start there. He only went to 2 innings, and then they just started going with everyone in the bullpen. Similar to the White Sox. With the White Sox, I thought the White Sox kind of panicked a little there when they took Dane Dunning. I think they took him out of the 1st inning. Let's go back to that game. Yeah, they took Dane Dunning out in the 1st inning. It's like, why are they just panicked? They panicked and they took him out. To me, it's like, well, why did you even start Dane Dunning? Why didn't you just go with an opener in that game? Why didn't you just go with they put Crochet out there? Why didn't you just have Crochet open or someone? I mean, Dane Dunning, why did you take him out? I don't understand that. I think the White Sox kind of made a bad move on that. I didn't notice that yesterday. I was kind of wondering, like, wow, he didn't even make it out of the 1st inning. It didn't dawn on me there. But that to me was kind of a questionable move. And I think really the White Sox, I mean, at the end of the day, players got to play. But I think the manager, I don't think he really, I don't know. I think that was a disservice to the team. I think that was, I don't know. I didn't like that very much. It's like, why would you take him out in the 1st inning? This guy's been pretty good this year. Give him a chance to calm down, try and get out of it. So, I mean, he only gave up the 2 hits. I mean, he didn't even give up any runs. So, I mean, it was 0-0 there in the 1st inning. So, why did you take him out so quick? Why did he have such a quick leash? I don't understand that. Hopefully, that doesn't mess with him in his head, in his career. I mean, the guy's got good stuff. If we take a look, actually, before I get back to the Padres Cardinals, let's take a look at Dane Dunning. He was the number 5 prospect in the White Sox system. But he had some good stuff this year. I mean, he ranked in most of, exit velocity, hard hit percentage, barrel percentage. He ranked in the top 50%. I don't know why the White Sox didn't stay with him. I don't know. I thought that was just weird that they gave him just a quick yank like that. But, hey, what can you do? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. But with the Padres and the Cardinals, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. It's going to be interesting to see who the Padres throw out there. If we take a look at the Padres depth chart, taking a look. I mean, it's just too bad that they don't have Clevinger or Lamet. I mean, they've already thrown Paddock out there. They've already thrown Davies out there. I think they kind of got to go. They used Pomeranz yesterday. So I wonder if maybe they go with him as like an opener. They could go Garrett Richards. It could go Adrian. I think they go with the opener today. So, I mean, they could go Garrett Richards. And maybe not actually. He's thrown in both games so far. So they probably won't go Garrett Richards. Well, maybe. I don't know. Oh, sweet. I just got my package. They could go Morahan. They could start him. Did he pitch yesterday? Did he pitch? I think he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so I don't know. This is interesting, man. Let me look in the news here. Let's see if there's any potential starters here. I mean, at this point, I think the Padres, I think they just go with everyone. I mean, I'll be honest here. If I'm gonna make a pick, I'm gonna go Jack Flaherty and the Cardinals in this game. I think the Padres had a fun game last night, but I think the Cardinals, man. I don't know. I like Jack Flaherty. I don't know though. I mean, maybe this Padres offense, they've woken up a little bit, and yeah, they're ready to. Yeah, man, that offense looked really good yesterday, and yeah, I mean, Jack Flaherty though, he has looked pretty good in his last few starts. If we go to his game log, taking a look at Jack Flaherty. I mean, you know, he had that really bad start against Milwaukee. He gave up the 9 runs. His ERA just exploded at that point. But then he had a good bounce back against the Pirates. And then he went against Milwaukee again, and he did better in that game. So, you know, I think this is interesting. I mean, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. Flaherty he's been kind of up and down. It says here, Flaherty endured an inconsistent 2020 season after a white-hot ending to 2019, but he still misses a ton of bats. His 34.5% whiff per swing rate this year ranked 3rd among qualified NL starters behind Jacob deGrom and Corbin Burns. So that is one thing about Jack Flaherty. Let's go to Jack Flaherty. Oh, I got both my packages. Gotta love it when Amazon gets your packages ready. Or gets your packages here. Jack Flaherty, Fangraphs. Let's take a look. Taking a look at the strikeouts per 9. I mean, yeah, he's definitely doing good strikeouts per 9 still. So he's averaging over 10 strikeouts per 9. So that's definitely, almost 11 strikeouts per 9. So that's very good. I don't know. I think I got to give the edge. I'm giving the edge to the Cardinals tonight. I just think the Cardinals, they have a set guy going game 3. You know, I mean, it's kind of hard to go against Jack Flaherty. He's freaking talented, man. Like, there is so much to like about Jack Flaherty. And one thing I like about the postseason, or one thing I like to have in the postseason, is a guy that can get strikeouts. And Jack Flaherty is a guy that strikes out a lot of guys. So it really depends on what's going to happen here. You know, I mean, you could have, it depends on, are the Padres, are they going to stay awake with the bats? Are they going to get to Flaherty? You know, Flaherty had that really rough game against the Brewers a few starts ago. But you know what? The Cardinals offense looked pretty good yesterday too. So it really depends. I think it's going to come down to how the Padres manage this game. How do they end up doing this? Who do they end up I mean, I'm guessing they're going to have to go with an opener. I'm guessing they're going with an opener because they've already used Garrett Richards a couple of games now. You know, he's had the injury stuff in the past. I don't know if they're going to want him to go for a 3rd straight game. They got no Lamet. They got no Clevinger. I mean, they've already used Davies. They've used Morahan. They used him yesterday. I don't know if they have him go again. But yeah, it just looks like an opener game for them. Maybe Luis Patino. That'd be interesting. Is there any news on him? Is that like a thing, or are you just suggesting that? Nope. That would be fun though. Could you imagine? Anything? I mean, he did join. He just joined the big club. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got an article here. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, says he has no idea who will pitch game 3. So that's what I've been saying here. It's like, who do you go with? You know, it just looks like an opener kind of a game. But do they have options here? Or do they rank people here? No, just kind of one long article. So, yeah, I mean, Luis Patino, it says here, yeah, I mean, hey, maybe you're onto something here, David Esco. Luis Patino, which makes it tempting to bet that his future is in the bullpen because he's 6 foot, 192 pounds. Dude, you're starting to see a lot more of these small pitchers now. I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily true. A possible game 3 wild card, Paddock. Yeah, Paddock is. I think you could see Paddock out of the bullpen. I don't think he's going to start. I don't think Paddock's going to start. So I think he could come out of the bullpen if he does pitch at all. He only threw 46 pitches in that game 1. So that's really hard because they like it says right here, San Diego's bullpen worked very hard in games 1 and 2. You know, so that's going to be tough. They need that's really is terrible that Lamet isn't here because this bullpen is so overworked at the moment. That's why I'm giving the edge to the Cardinals here, because I mean, even if the Padres go with someone like a Luis Patino for a couple innings, I could maybe see that, definitely. But I think with the Cardinals, they got the established starter going for game 3. I'm giving the Cardinals the edge in this game. I mean, I can't help but give them the edge. You know, I don't know. It also seemed like yesterday, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to kind of play devil's advocate here. The Padres had to rely on the home run ball yesterday. They really had to rely on the home run yesterday, and that's something you just don't want to do. Ask the Minnesota Twins. The Minnesota Twins, they rely a lot on the home run ball. You don't want that. I think with the Padres, I think last night, if you didn't have those home runs, we're not even talking about this game. You had Machado hit the home run. Tatis hit 2 home runs. Will Myers hit 2 home runs. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? I mean, it's when you're relying on the home run ball that much, I think right now that's not the best sign, I would say. I mean, yeah, sure, it was a show. It was fun to watch, but can they keep it up? That's what I'm wondering. I just really like that the Cardinals have Jack Flaherty. He's had his ups and downs this year, but the guy gets strikeouts. He does his job on the mound. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Flaherty, I think, is going to be really fun to watch today. But then again, if San Diego can keep getting that home run ball going, and then that could be trouble for the Cardinals. So right now, I'd have to say I'm leaning Cardinals in this game. I'm leaning Cardinals. Cubs and Marlins, I am really not sure. That is a tough one, man. I'd have to bet on the Cubs winning this game, because how can you go against Yu Darvish in this game? But you know what? I mean, there's so many good things that the Marlins could do here too. I really love that they're starting Sixto Sanchez. The more I just look at it, the more I just think about this matchup. It's really fun, man. It's a really fun matchup. But yeah, it's going to be a good day of baseball today. I am really excited. So let's get our final predictions in the chat. Let's see what we got here. So let's go Cubs and Marlins. Give me a 1 in the chat if you think the Marlins are going to win this today, or give me a 2 for the Cubs. 1 for the Marlins, 2 for the Cubs. Go. Oh, wow. Oh. So I did my best to convince for each team. We're seeing a lot of 1s. We got Marlins fever in the chat. So this is what I'm here for. I'm here to present an argument for both sides. And you guys are deciding based off of the arguments and your own opinions. Oh, I'm seeing a lot more 1s than 2s. A lot more 1s than 2s. Hey, it looks like as a channel, we have decided that the Marlins are going to win today. Wow, could you imagine the Marlins getting to Yu Darvish? I find it almost kind of hard to believe, but hey, baseball is a weird game. Baseball's a weird game. You would have really liked the Marlins to have Starling Marte going up against a guy like Yu Darvish. Marte is a tough hitter to have to pitch against. He's been playing just really well in the last few years. He's had a pretty decent career. So pretty bad luck that the Marlins don't have him for this game, especially for a guy of the caliber of Yu Darvish. But all right, so we have voted as the chat. It looks like the Marlins are going to win. Like Saban Solos with a 3. Neither will win. It'll get rained out. But all right, so now before I get out of here, let's do one more vote. We got Padres and Cardinals. Give me a 1 for the Padres. Give me a 2 for the Cardinals. 1 for the Padres, 2 for the Cardinals. Go. Ooh, going a little back and forth here. It looks really split. Oh, wow. This is looking pretty split. Oh, Edmund19, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat, my friend. That should pop up on the screen here in a second. There it is. Alrighty. Cardinals win 75 today. Alrighty. Are you saying they're gonna? Oh, 7-5. 7-5. I don't know why it shows it different in Super Chat. It shows 7-5, but it says on the on the screen. It says 75. All right, we're going to say the Cardinals are going to score 75 runs today. All right, so sounds good. All righty, everyone. So, I don't know. This is pretty split down the middle. I don't know. I don't know what I'm seeing more. I don't know if I'm seeing twos or ones. Am I seeing twos or ones? I don't know. What do we think? I don't know. I feel like I'm seeing ones and twos pretty evenly. I don't know. I'm going to go Cardinals today. That's who I'm going with. I don't know. I'm feeling the Cardinals, man. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling Cardinals. So, alrighty, everyone. But that is all I got for today. I am sorry. It's got to be a short stream. I got to get on the road here. I got to drive about 2.5 hours to get to where I'm going. One of my good friends is getting married today, so that should be fun. I will, if I get home at a good time, I'm not promising. I'm going to probably say there will be no stream tonight. I also, I actually might do a pregame do we get another super chat? Oh, we got a subscriber. Awesome. Hey, thanks for subscribing, my friend. Thank you so much. I don't know. I'd probably say I'm probably not going to be back tonight. If I end up getting, if I get back at a good time, maybe. I'm going to probably say no, though, because I'm probably going to get home pretty late. I would say actually tomorrow as well. I think tomorrow I might end up doing a pregame stream tomorrow. What games are on tomorrow? Are there even any games? Oh, so I think you're going to have the Marlins Cubs. Is that on tomorrow? Yeah, that would be on tomorrow. So what time would that be on? Hey, another subscriber. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. By the way, everyone, before I get out of here, before I kind of wrap up shop here, if you can, please give the stream a thumbs up. That really does go a long way. Or if you just don't like my face, you can also give it a thumbs down as well. Where's the schedule? So Saturday. Okay, so you'd have a game on at 3:30. Wow, yeah, this would be an interesting matchup here. Lester and Lopez. So but yeah, this would be on at 3:30. So I'll probably, because I work tomorrow night. I work at my second job. Hey, George PPH, thank you for subscribing, my friend. But yeah, I work tomorrow at 5. I deliver pizzas once a week, so that's my little side gig that I like to do. But I work at 5 tomorrow, so I probably won't be streaming during this. I'll do a pregame tomorrow. I'll probably do it in the morning. I think that sounds pretty good. So expect a pregame tomorrow morning. We'll be going over the Marlins and the Cubs. If there is a game. So, but if there is a game tomorrow, be on the lookout for a pregame stream. Adrian, welcome to the channel, my friend. Thank you for subscribing. But alrighty, everyone, that is all I got for today. Thank you so much for coming in. This is a much bigger turnout than what I thought it was going to be. I figured there wouldn't be many people in here because it's 1:20 on a Friday afternoon. But you guys are awesome. You guys are fantastic. Love you guys. Thank you for stopping by today. But yeah, enjoy some baseball today. And hopefully I get to watch some tonight. Like I said, I'm going to this wedding. So, alrighty, everyone. Thank you for coming by. And I will talk to you next time.